everyone, and welcome to the April 2019 edition of ColeyCast on location. I'm not in my office, I'm out in our beautiful quad area, and this broadcast is going to be completely on location. For a complete listing, I know normally I start the broadcast by talking about some of the things coming up. We are, first of all, our first week of April 1st through 5th is spring break. So if you are watching this while on spring break, school resumes. It's only 1 week this year. Remember, April 1st through the 5th, school resumes on Monday, April 8th. So for all other coming events scheduled for the month of April, do me a favor, go to our website, altamurrieta.org. We also sent home a coming events flyer, which is available on our website at altamurrieta.org. That lists all of the things, but you can find everything there. And again, go to Facebook or Twitter and our Instagram because we do constant updates on our social media pages. But for this entire broadcast, what I want to do is I want to devote time to talking about school safety and specifically regarding pickup and drop-off. We're continuing to have some issues, things that are causing us to be concerned about our kids' safety. So I've got a few reminders that I want to talk to you about in this broadcast. In just a second, I'm going to go to the front of the school and I'm going to talk about some reminders, some things to make sure that we can ensure that all of our students are safe in the front of the school. And then after that, for those of you who pick up or drop off at the back of the school off of Brownstone and Apple Tree Circle, I'm going to be back there too, kind of reminding us about the things that we need to make sure that we're doing to keep our kids safe back there. All right, so just a couple things that I want to point out in the front loop here. First thing is, as you can see right here, this loop right here, this is where we drop off. Very important for everyone, if you can pull all the way up. So rather than opening your car doors right back here, especially if your kiddo has a band instrument or need to get a project out of the back of the car, because what that does is that then backs up traffic all the way out to the street. So we want to make sure that everyone can pull all the way up to the front of the loop as far as possible. We typically have those student valets up there waving you up. I'm typically out there in the morning waving you up. So please help us out with that. That would be greatly appreciated. The second thing that I want to point out for everyone's safety, you can see right here in this second lane, it says no drop off. We are still having some people come through this, the through lane here and kind of stopping here to try and have a student who is maybe hanging out over here, and the parents are waving them through traffic over to be picked up here. Please, 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 we cannot have that. We have had near misses. Not everybody is paying attention as they are driving through the loop, and we cannot have that. I know that this loop here, I know that the line is extremely long, and it's tempting to sometimes just kind of, well, I'm just going to go through this loop and pick my kid up at the front. Please, we appreciate your patience. Please be patient. Nobody wants to stand in this long line, so please be patient. Wait your turn just like everybody else. The other thing I want to point out is we are also having drop off over, if I kind of go through the crosswalk here, you can see that in our staff parking lot, what you see here, this is staff over on this side here, and this bottom here could be for anybody, but you can see there's also a sign right here that says no drop off. Especially in the mornings, we are having multiple people pull in to the parking lot and stop here, let their students out, and then have them come over through the crosswalk here. I need to reiterate, as it says over here, there is no dropping off in the parking lot. You are more than welcome to park. If you can find a parking place, park, get out with your child, walk them across the crosswalk here, and they can go into the gate in the morning. But we cannot have unattended drop-off there. I've got a lot of people, I talk to them and they say, oh, I'm late for work. I'm running late. To be blunt, we're all running late. We all have places to go. We're all waiting in line, so we just need to be respectful of the rules because they are there for our students' safety. I've said it before, I need to say it again. Safety trumps convenience. Every single time we want our students to be safe. It's my responsibility to make sure that they are staying safe. Over in the kindergarten lot as well, please be sure that you are not double parking over there. We've had some people double parking, blocking people so that they cannot get out. So please make sure that that does not happen. We also have that happening in our main lot, especially during our kindergarten midday. When we're picking up our AM kindergartners or dropping off our PM kindergartners, we have had several people, they are double parking in here. There's cars in these slots and we've got cars kind of just double parked here, which is not, number one, it's against the law, but number two, it's not courteous, because if any of these people who were parked here legally had to leave, they would not be able to do so. And if there was, God forbid, an emergency, those cars would not be able to get out. So please, 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 we just want everyone to obey those traffic laws, those parking laws. The other thing, especially for our kindergartners, but everyone, but especially our kindergartners, that double parking is happening a lot. We do understand that at pickup in midday, we do have some parking here in this loop at kindergarten only, because it's not, at that point, it's not in a whole school drop-off. But we cannot have the double parking in the middle here. I do want to remind everyone that way out here, you can see we have this brand new parking lot that we had built a couple of years ago. While there's 80 additional parking places over there, approximately 80 spots. Yes, it is a little bit farther to walk. However, once again, safety trumps convenience. We need everyone parking in this lot rather than double parking in this lot or behind cars in the kindergarten lot. Once again, your help with this is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. All right, we are now back here. For those of you who drop off or pick up in the back of the school, we are now on Apple Tree Circle. Remember, this is the little cul-de-sac at the back of the school. You can see the back gate is right there. And I want to remind everyone of the new laws that came into effect about a year ago. During drop-off and pickup hours, before school and after school, there is no passenger loading or unloading, meaning that before and after school, it is not allowed to drop your child off in this cul-de-sac. You are not allowed to go in and drop people off in this cul-de-sac. We have had the police department, they will cite you for this, so they do periodically come. And more than anything, the reason that this law was put into effect is because we want to keep kids safe. There was double parking, even triple parking taking place in that loop, so we want to keep people safe. Just another reminder, we're now at the corner of Apple Tree Circle and Brownstone. Its sign is also posted at the corner here as well. Want to remind everyone too that we're now on the corner of Apple Tree Circle. Once again, for those of you who pick up your child at the end of the day, it's very important. You know how crazy it gets out here. We do not have, unfortunately, a crossing guard or anything back here, but what we cannot have is we cannot have the double parking. We've got a lot of cars. It's okay, it's legal to park along the end here or over here, but what we cannot have, excuse me for the quick camera work, is we have some people coming and double parking here. The other thing that we're asking of everyone is please do not, if you are parking on the other side of the street, we do not want people waving kids to run across the street here. Very, very, very unsafe. And just very recently we had a very near miss. cars because they're not always paying attention, and a student was waved across the street by a parent and very, very nearly was struck by a car. So we're trying to make sure that we do everything as safe as possible up here. So if your help going along with that is greatly appreciated. Once again, please, no double parking along here. You will get a ticket for that, but it's more important. It's not just about not getting a ticket, it's about keeping our students safe. If you're on the other side of the street, remember, please, if you're parked, we ask you, park. Get out of the car and please come across the street. If you need to come all the way down, you can go all the way down to the corner there, cross the street. And if you're not able to do that, we ask that students go all the way down to the corner, cross the street, and then come back up. Because again, our goal, our mission is to keep your children safe. Your help, your cooperation with this is greatly appreciated. All right, we're back. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes to watch this video. If this is your first time watching, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. If you're a return visitor, hope you enjoyed the kind of getting out of my office. I like recording it a lot better this way. So, and again, thank you in advance for your cooperation and your appreciation with following those parking guidelines, those drop-off and pickup guidelines, because as I've said before, yes, it may be a little longer standing in line, sitting in your car in line, but the bottom line is safety trumps convenience. So it's maybe a little longer walk to use our new parking lot, but if that's what it takes to keep our kids safe, then that's what we need to do. So once again, if you're watching this on spring break, have a great break. If you're watching this after spring break and we've already returned to school, I hope you have a fabulous, I hope you had a fabulous spring break. And until next month, have a good one.